my 2-year-old was very sick. He had some health issues, lung problems when he was very little. He had pneumonia, and then he had a lot of respiratory viruses right after that, which damaged his airways. So watching your son fight for every breath that he takes as an infant changes you. And, you know, I have to tell myself, if he could sit there and fight for his life, I can do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that I can't do. And then my other one, my 7-year-old, he's one of those kids that he's good at everything he does. And I want him to be proud of me. I want him to think, you know what, my mama is a beast. She went out there and she did this, and I'm proud of her, and I can do anything that I put my mind to.
Welcome to Beyond the Scale, the show where everyday heroes share their stories on how they turn their lives around for the healthier. I'm Coach Brittany, and today I have a special guest, Shana Crane, who is one of our top 10 finalists of the New Year, New You challenge that we did. So welcome.
Thank you.
I'm really excited to have you on.
I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to hear all about your transformation, what you went through, the wins, the struggles, all of it. But before we get into any of that, I want to play a game with you.
Okay, rapid fire.
Yes, it's rapid fire. She watches. So you already know the drill. I'm going to ask questions. Just give me the first thing that comes to your mind.
Okay.
Okay? If you had to choose one animal to help you win a fight, which animal would you choose?
A lion.
Great choice. If you could eat only one food item for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably ground chicken.
Okay.
I grew to love that during the challenge.
I was going to say, is this a newfound
Yes.
thing here? All right.
There's so much you can do with it.
It's true. It is true, though. What would you do if you could be invisible for a day?
Oh, Lord. I would catch up on all the gossip.
Yep. Okay. I want to know everything that's going on. Who's the funniest person that you know?
Probably my 7-year-old son. He's just like me, and some of the stuff he comes up with is just like, you're so my kid.
That's awesome. Would you rather eat a bowl full of crickets or a bowl full of worms?
Probably worms. They seem to go down easier.
Today's your lucky day. I'm just kidding.
I'm like,
just kidding. If you had $1 million to build anything you wanted, what would you build and why?
I would help. My youngest son has a lot of health issues.
Okay.
And so he spent a lot of time at the Children's Hospital in Atlanta. So if I always said if I won any amount of money or had extra money, it would go to help the Children's Hospital. So I would build something for the parents.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Lastly, describe your life in one word.
Amazing.
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. But that concludes Rapid Fire. Thank you for playing. Now it's time to get into all about your transformation, everything that you've experienced.
Okay.
So, top 10 finalists. We've been
Crazy.
Yeah. Right? Like, there's thousands of boot campers that participated in this challenge.
Yeah.
And you were one of the top 10.
I know. I still don't believe it.
Tell me what you felt, what went through your mind. What were your emotions when you first found out you were one of the top 10?
Well, I was actually cooking supper for the kids. I was in the kitchen, and my phone was sitting there, and I had a California number call, and I was like, oh, this is a solicitor. I'm not going to answer this. And then I was like, well, maybe I should answer this. So I answered, and they said, hey, is this Shana? I said, yeah. They said, this is, I think it was Liz from Fit Body. And I was like, oh my God, you're not calling to tell me I'm in the top 10, are you? I was freaking out. I mean, screaming. I'm pretty sure I blew her eardrum, but I mean, it was just a feeling I can't describe.
Oh, that's amazing. So when you first joined the challenge, did you, how confident were you that you were going to make top 10 or place at all?
I'm one of those people. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And I met with the owner of Braselton Fit Body, Mandy Smith, and I sat down with her. I'd had some health issues in December, complications from the flu, pneumonia, ended up in the hospital.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I've got to do something. I've got to make a change. And I heard about the challenge, and it was just this overwhelming, you have to do this. You have to do this. And
Like you felt that inside?
Girl, it wouldn't go away for 2 days. That's all I thought about. So I sat down with my husband. I'm like, I really need to do this challenge. Something is telling me to do it. He's like, you're one of those people. If you're stubborn as a mule, if you say that you're going to do it, you're going to do it. So I said, okay. I met with Mandy. I said, since I've had all these issues, do you think that this is something I can do? She said, you are so much stronger than you give yourself credit for. And I think you can do it. And as I left her office, I said, I'm going to do this and I'm going to win it.
Boom. And here you are.
And here I am, top 10. Woo!
Yes. So were you going to Fit Body before you joined the challenge?
Yes.
Okay.
I started in July of last year.
Okay. And then you joined the challenge, and now you've had this huge transformation. So what are the results that you've seen from this challenge?
Like how much I lost and all that, or
everything. How much you lost, what has changed for you inside, outside?
Well, I lost 32 pounds. I have clothes that fit.
Woo! Yes, that's so exciting.
I just feel so much better about myself. It's so nice to be able to go clothes shopping and try something on and it fit and be like, oh my gosh, I actually look decent in this.
Yeah.
So it's been great.
And now, have you ever done a challenge before? Like,
Fit Body Braselton had a 6-week transformation challenge back in September. And I signed up to do that challenge, but the second week of the challenge, I had to fly to Oklahoma for work for a national sales meeting. And the first week of the challenge, I did great. I did everything I was supposed to do. I saw results, and then that week we were out there and I fell off the wagon. I didn't exercise. I didn't eat like I was supposed to. And I just kind of, when I got back, it's like I felt I'm so far behind everybody now, it's just pointless. And that's how I got to where I was at is, I got to the point I just kept giving up on things. And now that I did this challenge, I'm like, no more. No more giving up, no more, not feeling confident. If you can do anything you put your mind to.
Absolutely.
And I proved that to myself.
Absolutely. So you've been going to Fit Body since last July.
Yeah.
Now, were you active before going to Fit Body?
Yeah, I've been pretty active my whole life. I played softball in high school, volleyball, golf. I've played tennis my whole life. So I was pretty active. I've done like obstacle mud runs and things like that before. But like I said, I have a 2-year-old son, and after he was born and had some health complications, it just kind of everything took a backseat to that. So it had been about 2 years that I hadn't done anything physically.
Got it. Yeah, because you're always taking care of him, making
Yeah.
sure everything's good and all that.
Yeah.
And so then you find Fit Body, and like the 30 minutes, they have to, how many kids do you have?
I have 2. I have 2 sons, and then I have 2 stepsons.
So you got a lot
4
going on.
boys.
4 boys. You got a lot going on.
Yes.
And so to find time in your day to get your workout in, feel good about yourself, like that's why I love Fit Body too, is because it's like 30 minutes.
Right.
Like, you can get it done and get out of there. Were you ever skeptical about the whole 30 minutes when you first started?
Not really. There was actually a teacher at my son's school that taught. She just, over a couple months, I noticed that she was getting really in shape, and I'm like, "What have you been doing?" And she said, "I go to Fit Body Boot Camp," and I was like, "Okay, what is that?" And she told me, and I kind of thought to myself, "It's only 30 minutes. I feel like that might be something I could do." So. Probably a year went by, and I just got to the point. I was like, I'm miserable with myself. I need to do something. So Braselton Fit Body's kind of on my way home every day before I get my kids. So I stopped in. I did a class. I called my husband. I said, I'm in love. This is awesome. It worked out. It was fun, and I feel like this is something I can do.
And now, did your husband support you when you first made that call to him?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, he works out a lot, so he was very supportive that I was willing to try something new.
And it makes it that much easier for you, right? Like when you have that support.
Yeah.
So were you able to like build friendships inside the Fit Body?
I have made so many friends and so many supporters. I have to give a shout out to my Woo crew. So there's
Woo crew!
Shevin and Dina. I met them through Fit Body, and they've both become really good friends of mine. And they laugh at us at workout because we're always, the whole time we're working out, woo, woo. So we've become the Woo crew.
Woo crew. I love it.
So, but yeah, I mean, everybody there is so nice. And, you know, once you work out with these people every day, you get to know them and you build friendships. And I mean, even the trainers and the owners, everybody is awesome.
Yeah, and when you're around like-minded people, like you're all going for a certain goal and pushing yourself, pushing each other, like that's why you find true friendships that last. It's not like superficial or anything.
And they hold you accountable.
Exactly, right? That's like so key.
Right.
That's why a lot of people don't become successful in other workout programs, whether it be just going to the gym or whatever, because there's no accountability.
Yes.
And if you, like, I find myself without accountability, like, if I miss one day, I miss 2 days, and then it just spirals down. But, like, if I have a team behind me, like, no, Brittany, you have this, you can do it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I got this.
Like, why weren't you there? Get your butt to the gym.
Exactly. Like, oh, okay, I'll be there. But, I mean, you also, at Fit Body, you find friendships and, like, you find yourself wanting to go.
Right, exactly. Exactly. You know, before it was, I got to go to the gym today. I have to work out. Now it's, you know, I can't wait till 4:30 today.
Right? You go see my Woo crew.
Right?
So since you've always been active, do you find that the workouts are still challenging for you? Even
Oh, yeah. Yes. There's some days I'm like, what was that? Yeah, they're always challenging. I tell everybody that ask me about Fit Body, I'm like, it's 30 minutes, but don't let that fool you because after 30 minutes, you feel like you've just worked out for 2 hours.
Right? So going through the challenge, what's one of the biggest struggles that you had to overcome?
The eating.
Okay.
You know, the workouts, it was kind of, you know, I had in the mindset I'm going every day, and I went every day. But the eating, I had to teach myself to meal prep, and I had to teach myself, okay, you have to weigh everything that you eat. And so that was challenging for me because I had never done that before. I had always been one of those people that, you know, worked out and could eat whatever I want, and I was fine. But then as you get older and you have kids, things change.
Catches up to you, right?
So, but once, you know, after the first couple of weeks, it kind of just became routine. On Sundays, my husband and I, we meal prep. And meal prep for the week, and then it's over and done with, and you eat healthy. You don't have a choice. You eat healthy.
So I find that a lot of people would kind of give up in the beginning when they find that it's too hard.
Yeah.
What kept you going through until it just became like a routine for you?
I was just motivated. I had just been so unmotivated for so long. Like I said, something inside of me just said, you need to do this and you need to go all out. And I was just so motivated that I wasn't giving up.
Yeah, that flip switched inside of you.
It was. I mean, it was crazy. Just something inside of me just kept saying, you have to do this.
And now, how proud of yourself do you feel?
It's always been hard for me to say that I was proud of myself, but I can say that now. I can say that for 8 weeks, I did everything I could to get the results that I got. I mean, I worked my butt off.
You did, and it's proven and it's paid off, so it's great.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think makes you different?
A girl, pink hair, don't care.
By the way, I love it. I love your spunk. I love the hair. I love it all.
No, I think my love for people makes me different. I love people. I love to hear people's stories. I talk to people every day, everywhere I go. I meet new people. I'm in sales, so, you know, I go to different places every day, meet new people, and everybody has a story to tell. I mean, this morning when I went down to the boardwalk and was walking, or did my morning run, I was walking on the way back. And this nice man just walks up to me, and his wife was here doing a conference somewhere else. And we talked for about 10 minutes just walking up the boardwalk about running and marathons. And I have that gift of gab that, you know, everybody has a story to tell, and I want to hear it. And people are just drawn to me like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I don't think enough people listen to other people.
Right.
And so like people want to get their story out. They want
Yeah.
someone to talk to. So when someone like you comes along, like you have no idea what you're doing for some of those people.
Yeah.
And some of those people like really need it.
yeah. And I mean, sometimes people just need somebody to smile and laugh
Yeah.
with them. And
Yeah.
I've always been one of those people. I love making other people laugh. So at the end of the day, if I made you smile and made you laugh, then it was a good day.
Right? Exactly. So what piece of advice would you give to someone that you think, or that is on the fence of joining Fit Body Bootcamp or just trying to get started on their fitness journey in general?
I would say find something that motivates you. Find a reason to start your journey and use that as motivation through your journey. And also find people that share the same interest as you do. Find people that can motivate you and push you and hold you accountable. You know, find friends that want to work out with you and that want to push you and want to say, girl, you don't need to eat that donut today, you know?
Yeah, not the ones that are like, don't worry, you're thin enough, come eat
Right,
this donut.
right.
You gotta go the other
Find
way.
somebody that's going to be real with you and say, do not eat that.
Yeah, yeah. So what type of support did you get throughout this challenge that maybe was different than any other type of support that you've had?
My husband was very, very supportive of me. I know I had some attitude some days because I was hangry or or was hurting everywhere, but he was very supportive of me. The trainers were very supportive. We each had each contestant that did the challenge at our gym was assigned a trainer, and I had a trainer named Heidi. And she was very supportive. I would send her my food journals and say, hey, what do you think? Hey, you know, I kind of feel like I'm in a lull this week. Do you think I should change anything? So all the trainers, you know, every time I had a question, they answered. They were very supportive during the whole thing.
So where do you find your inner strength?
From my kids. My, like I said, my 2-year-old was very sick. He had some health issues, lung problems when he was very little. He had pneumonia, and then he had a lot of respiratory viruses right after that, which damaged his airways. So watching your son fight for every breath that he takes as an infant changes you. And, you know, I have to tell myself, if he could sit there and fight for his life, I can do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing that I can't do. And then my other one, my 7-year-old, he's one of those kids that he's good at everything he does. And I want him to be proud of me. I want him to think, you know what, my mama is a beast. She went out there and she did this, and I'm proud of her, and I can do anything that I put my mind to.
Absolutely. I think that, yeah, you're a great role model for them. They're going to be faced with adversity in life, and as confident as they may be now or issues that they may be facing now, like just knowing that, being able to look up to you and know like my mom went through this, she overcame it and all that, like it's going to help them not go down that downward spiral and like go negative.
Right.
That just overcome everything, and that you're inspiring other people, they're going to go out and inspire other people, and like fitness just makes a huge difference in the world.
It does.
Crazy, like physically, and then that plays a role of how you feel, and then how you think, and then how you, like you said, you react and talk to people. And so I just so important. I wish we could get more people on fitness journeys faster, whether it be Fit Body Bootcamp or somewhere else. Just do something that is good for you.
Well, and it's changed kind of the way I look at things, because I mean, I take my kids with me to the gym now when I can. And my oldest one, you know, I'll be like, come on, let's do 10 burpees, or come on, let's go run a lap. And, you know, I'm trying to get them involved so that they feel like they're a part of it too.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what does living beyond the scale mean to you?
Living beyond the scale means taking everything that I learned through this challenge and through this journey and applying it towards everyday life. It means not always looking at a number and thinking, okay, well, that number is going to control my life. It means if I feel good and I'm doing everything I can, working out, eating right, the number on the scale doesn't matter to me. My biggest thing is taking everything I've learned and the results that I've gotten and using it to help motivate other people. Before this workout, before this challenge, I wasn't confident in myself. I would go to the gym, work out, go home, but now I feel, during and after my workouts, I feel like going up to other people and saying, "You did a good job today. Come on, girl, one more, you got this." And I feel like that is using everything I learned to be more confident in myself to help other people.
It's all about those non-scale victories.
Right.
There's so many of them. The scale is one thing, and there's like thousands of non-scale victories that different people experience.
Yes.
And it's all about that and paying it forward like you do.
Yes.
Going the extra mile to help someone else out.
Right.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being on, sharing your story.
Well,
and
thank
again,
you for having me.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank
You're a top
you.
10 finalist.
I know, yeah. Woo!
For the Woo Crew! So for those of you out there that are in the Braselton, Georgia area, make sure you check out Braselton Fit Body Bootcamp so you can experience the Woo Crew.
Yay! Come on, woo with us.
And if you may not be in that area, make sure you go to fitbodybootcamp.com to find a location near you and claim your 3 free workouts. Until next time.